Salam! My name is Shayma.
My name is Mo.
And today we're going to be reacting to Muslim Reddit stories. We're going to be reading them along with you guys and reacting real time. Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
So I have this one story that, well, it's not really like a Muslim story. The guy included that the person was Muslim, but after we read it, you'll be like, why did you even include that? But anyways, is there anything popping over at Muslim? I see a beautiful rack behind you with amazing exclusive apparel.
Yes, I'm so glad you noticed. Muslim has merch out now. We had collabed with a very amazing fashion company called 5 Pillars. I'm sure you guys all know them. We have these amazing crew necks, these varsity Muslim sweaters. We have them in 3 colorways. We have a blue, dark gray, and a green. Make sure to check out the description to get the link and get yours today. But enough of that. Go ahead and get right into these Reddit stories. I'm so excited.
Let's start it. How should I, male 34, tell my Muslim coworker, female 29, that I was behind her divorce?
Oh.
I work in New York City for a financial firm. My colleague is a Muslim woman who works in the same department. It all started about a year ago. She joined our firm as a financial analyst. She is Asian. Also, it was her first time working in New York City. I initially had no feelings for her, for the most part. She and I would talk regarding work, chat for a bit, small talk.
Okay, it's very halal.
So at this point, I feel like it's a little evident that he's like not Muslim.
Yeah. Very chill. Okay.
Yeah, he's not Muslim. 2 months after she joined, our team came to know about her birthday, which is how I know her age. And we celebrated in a cafe. If you know, you know.
I don't know.
So I think this cafe is like a club. I think that's why
Okay.
It was her birthday and I realized that I am falling for her.
Oh, it just got spicy.
She is genuinely the most calmest and innocent person I've come across. Her birthday speech made me realize that people have so many struggles and yet overcome those to be able to make names for themselves. Anyways, and the next day, she brought us all some Asian food she cooked as a gratitude. It was food for like 10 to 15 people and I couldn't fathom how she cooked for so many people. I asked her how she managed to cook for such a large group, which is when she said her husband helped her. Never in my life was I as heartbroken as I was that day. I don't know why I couldn't control my anger and tears. Just abruptly left the conversation and went back to my desk. I started digging into her personal life, got to know about her husband who also worked at another financial firm. I had a friend working in the same company as her husband. Day by day, I was miserable. I didn't know what to do. So I made up a story about her having an affair with me so the husband would leave her.
Wait. He made up a story that she had an affair with him?
I asked my friend to say this. My friend had no idea that I was lying. He thought I was speaking the truth. My friend told her husband about our affair. Obviously, he flipped.
That's vindictive as hell. Oh my God. I feel so bad for her. Really have the nerve to post this and be like, am I the
No. This is, am I the devil?
He is the devil. That's okay. Continue.
Okay. Also, her friend didn't even know that it was like a lie. So the friend literally helped ruin the marriage too and had no idea.
Yo, he's so sneaky.
Yeah. Next day, she came to work calmly again. She walked up to my desk. I bricks, by the way. She said someone is bad-mouthing us, asked me to be careful, and apologized for my name being dragged with her name. I literally felt like a person. She didn't even for a second think that I was behind this.
Oh my gosh.
After about 8 months, she invited us all for dinner at a restaurant. She was moving to the Big Four. The Big Four is like KPMG, EY, those like consulting firms.
Oh, okay.
One of my coworkers asked why her husband wasn't present. She said that they have been separated for 6 months. There was so much sadness in that answer, but she just handled it and enjoyed the dinner with us. Later, her best friend at work told me upon asking 1,000 times that her husband left her after knowing about some affair she had.
That's so crazy.
I don't know what I was hoping to achieve by all this, but I feel miserable. Should I tell her the truth?
I think it's really crazy that he's like, oh yeah, like she can just get a divorce and then I'm gonna marry her. As if she wants to marry you.
This is a whole like 34-year-old man. Clearly single.
Yo, at his big age.
Wow, he just like ruined his life. Anyways, she's over at the Big Four, so inshallah, she's doing great things over at New York City. And
she's bigger and better.
Yeah, you, my guy, need therapy.
Yes.
Maybe a psychologist.
You think she should leave him?
Yeah.
Damn, you're harsh. So this is a good one. It's a pretty short one. In my late 20s, Allah blessed me with a large amount of wealth. It was a test from Allah and I failed it. I became arrogant, showing off, and didn't thank Allah and even got involved in haram. Then, just as I suddenly got everything, I lost it all. Turned me back towards Allah and made me realize there's no happiness in dunya or wealth. Then something amazing happened to me. It was like Allah opened my heart. It's like knowledge downloaded into my head. I went from not praying at all and doing bad things to 5 times prayer, sunnah fast, and I attended taqwa.
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, from the darkness to the light. I think money is such a test and we don't think about it that often. Like when you have it, a lot of it, and then also when you don't have it and how you how you respond to that. Even he like gained all of it and lost it all. That is still part of your destiny. That's part of your qadr. Like Allah knew that you needed that test, and like, yeah, you failed it, but something great came out of it. Like you came closer to your deen, which is amazing.
I've had tests that, I have failed and I'm like, I will never do that again.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, I learned my lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's what's meant for you and that's what meant for me. And it's nothing to be ashamed of as long as you learn from it.
Be humble. Help others, to your best of your capability, because that's what like being Muslim is about, is like community,
On to the next. Are you ready for this one?
Yes. I'm so ready.
Okay. Am I for leaving my surprise wedding because I felt blindsided? What would you do if you're like, man, you just walked in and it's like, hey babe, like here's our wedding. Last week, I, 30 female, was invited to a supposed fancy party by my longtime boyfriend, Mark, 32 male. We had been dating for 5 years, and while we had discussed marriage before, there was no immediate plans for a wedding. Excited about the event, I dressed up in my best attire, arrived at the designated venue. As I entered the grand hall, I was completely taken aback to see all of our friends, family, and acquaintances gathered, eagerly waiting. It turns out Mark had orchestrated an elaborate surprise wedding without my knowledge. Everyone erupted into applause as I just stood there, shocked and overwhelmed. I just felt a mix of emotions. The idea of getting married without any prior discussion or consent felt like a breach of trust.
Wait. They weren't even fiancés? That's crazy. Wait, that's crazy.
He's like, hey babe,
if that was
getting married.
That's a proposal. That's not a...
Not to Mark.
Oh my gosh. Okay, go ahead.
So I pulled Mark aside and tried to express my concern and reservations about the surprise wedding. I explained that I wanted a say in the planning process, to be a part of the decision making, and to have a chance to prepare mentally and emotionally for such a significant milestone in our lives.
Yeah.
However, Mark dismissed my concerns, saying that he thought it would be a romantic gesture and that I would be thrilled. I ultimately made the decision not to proceed with the surprise wedding, much to the disappointment and confusion of our guests.
I mean, yeah.
What you think, Mark?
Like, he really thought they was just gonna get married? Like, that's crazy. Okay.
Now I find myself at odds with Mark, our families, and even some of our friends who believed I overreacted and spoiled a beautiful moment. However, I firmly believe that a marriage should be a joint decision, open communication, and shared expectations. Everyone thinks I'm an because I could have went along with the party and redo a legal wedding. But again, I felt blindsided and confused.
Yeah.
So I left.
I think there's a difference between like, oh my God, like you're stressed out. Like, I want to surprise you. I know you love surprises. Like, he can plan like something cute with their family and friends, like a proposal or like an engagement party.
Why didn't he propose, bro?
But like a wedding feels like too major. Like, some people like look forward to that their whole lives. So we got another one, and this one is a revert story. This person says, I was sitting alone in a Chinese restaurant eating spare ribs and drinking 2 40s of Crazy Horse malt liquor. So he like pork and liquor. Some Muslims I was beefing with walked in and said, sit down, let me talk to you. Here, have some of my food. One of them said, sorry, we're Muslim, we don't eat pork, but we'll drink the alcohol. What?
Astaghfirullah, bro.
That same person spent the rest of the summer hours every night giving me da'wah. We never saw each other again after that. So since then, Allah has given me the opportunity to be involved in quite a few, quite literal, ummah changing projects. Everything I've done in my life is just one of the good deeds of a kid that said, we'll drink the alcohol. Everyone has a place in this ummah. Make dua for your brother's guidance, but never look down on anyone. You never know how Allah has filled their heart without them even knowing. Like, I know I'm not where I need to be, but like, this is what Islam is. And he was trying to bring his friend closer to it. I think that's a vibe.
It's just the alcohol is just so funny.
I know.
I know. I can just imagine like a shot glass, and he's like, okay, go on.
Yeah, okay. Now we're moving on to our last Reddit story of this video. So this one's a pretty interesting one. Wife is mad because I don't want to legally add her name to our house. My wife, 27 female, and I, 31 male, have been married for a little over 4 years now, and we live in the US. Alhamdulillah, our marriage has been great over all aspects, and we have made a lot of great memories together over the years. But we have recently gotten into an argument that we haven't been able to solve. We live in a house that I bought completely on my own about a year prior to us getting married, so I'm the sole legal owner of the house. My wife has recently brought up that she wants me to add her name legally to the house, but I still think that I should be the sole legal owner because I'm the person who completely paid for it before I even met my wife. So I told her that I'm not willing to do that, but I am planning on buying an investment property in the coming year, and I told her that I'll add her name to that property since we are married. How should I go about the situation? Jazakallah khairan.
A woman is a homemaker,
Yeah.
right? So yeah, okay, he bought the house, good for you, but she made it a home over the past 4 years that they've been married, and regardless of whether they have kids or not have kids, your marriage is alhamdulillah going well. You know, there's no talks of divorce, nothing, and it's like it is her house as well. So
Yeah.
why don't we want to put her name on it? Like, what's the big deal?
I don't understand his hesitation when it comes to like putting her name on it. Also, another thing that I don't like is that he keeps calling it his house. He doesn't consider it like both of their homes, which I feel like is kind of like a red flag.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, because it's like you both share that home. Maybe you're gonna have kids in this home, you know?
And that is all that we have for you guys today.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. I had a lot of fun like chilling here and like basically talking
These
about
are all
my
our
history.
opinions.
Yes. So definitely make sure to take a second to like, comment, and subscribe. We're a small team bringing content to the Muslim community. We are by Muslims for Muslims. So make sure to take a second to support us. Follow us on all of our channels. It's just at Muslim across all social medias. And make sure to give our lovely Amal a follow on Instagram, on TikTok, at Amal Artistry. You can find her links down below in the description box.
And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe so I can come back.
We'll see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
Wassalam.